Hello everyone and welcome to Sketching Studio SketchUp lesson. This is lesson 1 and we are going to talk about some features, some basic features, and then we'll continue and pave through other features step by step. I want you all to follow the lesson that will be posted on the channel, and believe me, after you just complete these lessons, you can be sure that you have improved your skill on 3D modeling. SketchUp is very fast, and I can say that this is the fastest 3D modeler software comparing to other softwares like Revit or 3D Max, other 3D modeling softwares. So let's just start. At the beginning, when you look at this, it's kind of a simple screen and you don't have that much features around of your screen, so I want you all to move your cursor to the top of the screen, and if you right click on top toolbar, you can on and off some of these toolbars. So please turn on large tool set, also turn on views, and also turn on shadows, and you can turn off the getting started toolbar. So for the beginning, I want you to have these 3 toolbars open. On the right side of the SketchUp, you see the default tray. The default tray is in fact some features that can complete your model by adding material, by changing the visualization of the scene, and working on shadows, and we will pave through all these one by one in further lessons. Okay, let's just start, and I want to talk about the measurement and dimensioning in SketchUp. So if you look at the right bottom side of the screen here, in front of the measurement, if I draw a line, you will see that you have some measurements over there, and it means that you can draw on scale in SketchUp. Okay, for now the unit is imperial. If I want to change it to metric, you go to the top to window, and then you go to model info on units, and you can change the unit here. It's architectural now. You can change it to decimal and change the unit here. For now, I'm just going to leave it like imperial architectural. Okay, let me just delete this one. Okay, in all version of SketchUp, when you open it, you will see this gentleman standing here, and this is for representing the scale. So if you have a building, when you put a personage like this, it will just give you an idea that how tall is this building. So we can just select it and delete it. Okay, before I continue, I want to tell you that these 3 lines here, the green, red, and the blue lines, these are in fact the X, Y, and Z directions, and they have changed the color in the software, so in complicated drawings you can easily find the right direction. So if I draw a line in this direction, and when the color is green, it means that it's exactly in that direction. When the color is blue, I'm 100% sure that it's in this direction, and here it's in the red direction. This is very helpful, and we will talk about some features later. And if you pay attention to what I said before about SketchUp and how fast this is, and this is the reason. You see, I now draw a box here, and it looks completely solid, but in fact it is not. It's empty inside, it's hollow. So That's why it's so fast and quick, and even with more detailed and complicated projects, it's very easy to use, and you do not need a very powerful system to work with SketchUp. Okay, let's start. On the left side, the large tool set that I ask you all to open it, it's in fact the main part of SketchUp. This is the heart of the SketchUp, and with these simple graphic toolbars, we can do lots of things, and I will tell you how we are going to use them. Okay, if you just pay attention here, you see that with a line has been divided these toolbars, and each of these groups, they have been assigned for specific reasons. I want to start from the second box here, and this is the drawing area. So let's start with the first one. The first one, the pencil one, is the line. If I click on it, you just simply click and draw the line. Okay, if you wanted to have exact dimension, before clicking here, I put the number. So if I want it to be 30, okay, just pay attention to the bottom right side. It has written 30 in front of lens. Then I hit enter. So I draw a line that is 30 feet, but it looks small. In fact, this has been drawn on scale, but we are far from the drawing surface. So I want to zoom in to just look at what we draw. How did I do this? With the scroll button, the middle mouse button, you can simply scroll and zoom in and zoom out. It's very important to have a complete control of your model. Let me talk about some helpful features here. So I talked about zooming in and zooming out, which was with the scroll, the middle mouse button. And another useful feature is when we want to rotate the model, I mean orbit, so the model is fixed in its place, we only rotate our view. So how we do this? By holding down the middle mouse button. So I come here, hold down the middle mouse button, then try to rotate it. Just do not forget, when you want to just make this rotation, always bring the pointer through the area that you are working on, then hold down the middle mouse button, then rotate. So right now I bring the mouse here, hold down middle mouse, then now release. Again I bring the mouse in the middle, then I repeat it. So if you just put the mouse on corner side, not through the model, what will happen? You don't have complete control of that rotation, and you won't feel comfortable with that. Okay, let's just talk about the line and the directions. Whenever we want to start a line from, for instance, I want to start a line from here and I want it to exactly be in the blue direction. As soon as you just saw that blue color, if you hold down the shift, it will lock that direction. So I'm 100% sure that this line is exactly in this direction. So if I see the green line, I hold down the shift, you see it's highlighted, and even if I move the mouse, it will just draw in the green direction and in the red direction too. So if I want to be sure that this is perpendicular to that surface, I just simply hold down Shift when the green line highlight. Okay, so this is for the line direction. What else we have here? We have the spline and the freehand drawing. Do we use it? Not that much. Do not spend time on it. You see, it's simple like this. Then we have the rectangle here. This is something that we use a lot. So simply click on it, draw the rectangle. And in SketchUp, this is another advantage of SketchUp. As soon as you bring a mouse over a surface, it will detect that surface. You see, it means that I do not have to assign a plane to draw. So I bring the mouse here, it will detect that surface. I can draw a rectangle here. I will bring the mouse here, it will detect that area, that surface, and I can simply draw the rectangle in that surface. And again, this will help you to save time. Okay, what else we have here? We have rotated rectangle. Do we use it? Not that much. You define the angle and then you will draw a rectangle. We don't use it that much, you see. Okay, then we have the circle here. Circle, you just simply here is the center, and then you just assign the radius, and you can type the dimension or measurements too. So if I draw a circle and then zoom in, you will see that it has been stepped. It's not very smooth surface, and this is because the software just, instead of drawing a smooth curve with lots of lines, they try to save the memory and they use these step lines, and we can just change them easily. Later on I will tell you how you can simply increase the surface of that arc or circle. You see, it's now more smooth. Okay, what else we have here? This is the arc, and if you just hold your mouse here, it will show you draw arc from center and 2 points. So this is the center, point 1, point 2. This is the arc. This one, 2-point arc. It's very simple. Here, here, and then the third point. Let me show you something. Here, here. As soon as it's on the blue direction, I'm 100% sure that it's perpendicular to this surface. You see? Okay. Good. What else we have here? We have the 3-point arc. So you can define 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and it will draw the arc. This one is a pi. We don't use it that much, so don't spend that much time on this command. So it was very easy, and I told you that at the beginning these commands looks easy, but they are really good features that SketchUp has offered within these commands that I will explain to you how with these simple graphical toolbars we can do amazing 3D models like this, and we will pave through this together. Okay, I'm just deleting everything. How did I delete? You just simply select and hit delete. Okay, let me show you something about the selection tips. 1, 2, 3. In SketchUp, when you want to select something, this is the rule. If you click on a surface, one click, it will select the surface area. Double click, it will select the surface with the boundary lines. Triple click 1, 2, 3, it will select the whole object. This is very useful, especially in complicated projects that you have lots of elements and you want to select something. So one click, double click, and triple click. And the old side of selecting is opening a window, and there is a difference between opening the window from right to left or left to right. I'm going to talk about it. So when you open a window from right to left, whatever is cut will be selected, you see. So even if I open a window as small as that, anything that has been cut will be selected. But if I open a window from left to right, it will only select an object that is completely inside my window, you see. It's only selected this one. So if I want to select only this line, I will open the window from left to right. Right to left will select everything. I only want this line, so I open the window from left to right. Okay, that's it. And then just know that in SketchUp, whenever you have a surface, it means that you can push and pull and extrude it. This is the rule in SketchUp. So if you draw a closed area, as soon as it is a closed area, it will make a surface, and as soon as it is a surface, it can be extruded. We will talk about this later. So if I want to make a 3D model, I must be sure that I have a closed loop. So let's come here and show you something. If I draw a rectangle on this area, it has divided to two surfaces, and I told you whenever there is a surface, it can be selected separately, and push and pull works there. So here you see, very simple and very fast. Okay, let's just show you something about the power of this software. This is a sample. I want you just to look at it. I don't want you focus and find out the commands that I'm using, just to learn that how we can draw very quick and very fast in SketchUp. So if I have a line here, okay, this is a wall, and I want to make a kitchen. Okay, imagine that this is the wall that I have. This is the rectangle that we talked about it, and I told you we use it a lot. So see here, I'm going to make some copies like this, maybe this one, and then I'm going to select these, make another copy here, then change the scale. You see how fast and quick it is. Let me just make a copy of that. If this is one cabinet and I wanted to have a design something like this, maybe this part in, this part out, and this, and I want to have a material here. Okay, let's just back to the kitchen that we made here. It's done. You see how fast and easy we just made this, and again with a simple rectangle I will finish the kitchen. We will pave through all these together, so just I wanted you to know that how fast and quick is this software, and it has lots of capabilities and some hidden features that I will talk about them one by one. Here, especially in the measurement, there are some hidden features that I will explain later on. Also in these commands here, always there are some extra commands that are not visible here. Also with the SketchUp we can make a 3D model from a photo, and that's amazing. I will explain to you later. So please, if you like this video, subscribe and try to follow the lessons, and we will walk through all these features together. Thank you so much.